Good morning, everyone. Hi, it's me, Lisa, coming to you today to talk about my ESL programs in self-efficacy, my research project for Dr. Tanaka's class. And just to give a recap of it, it was a project done at UNC, and I did it with the immigrants that came here to the United States to see how the correlation, if any, with the attendance of going to the ESL programs, if it increased their self-efficacy. Just a reminder, the immigrants came here, they have lower literacy scores, lower pay, poor health, they come here for work, education, or safety. They lack communication skills when they first arrive here most of the time. And the past studies that I have found do show that there is an increase in self-efficacy in ESL programs. I did a survey and I gave them to the participating students in the more advanced classes. My independent variable was attendance, and the dependent variable was increased self-efficacy. I only had about 10 items to put on there, and the reliability, the Cronbach's alpha was 0.91%. The validity of it, well, the general self-efficacy scale, it was correlated to emotion, optimism, work satisfaction. Negative coefficients were found for depression, stress, health complaints, burnout, and anxiety. This is what the generalized self-efficacy scale looked like. Although it's kind of small, it does have 10 questions on there, with 1 being not at all true and 4 being exactly true. For instance, the first question was, I can always manage to solve difficult problems if I try hard enough. When we started the survey, well, what happened was the teacher did go over some of the words to make sure everyone understood what confidence meant. And they did talk about how when they first arrived here, how their confidence was lower, and most of the students said they felt pretty confident. The demographic survey consisted about ages, gender, the country they're from, how long they've been here in the United States, their first language, and how they felt accepted by the community and their confidence level in the community. And these were the results, the descriptive statistics, all factored in with the SPSS. As you see, 40% of the students that took the survey were of the Asian continent, and the other one was North America. The correlation analysis, I did a Spearman rule. And Spearman correlation between the attendance hours and overall confidence, n equals 10. It was an extremely weak correlation, and it showed it was not significant, but that was because it was a very small sample size. Had it been larger, my numbers would have been greater and it would have showed a better correlation. However, it was not negative, even though the power was small, so there is definitely still a direct correlation. My limitations was because the sample size was small. The problem I ran into was the beginning classes really would not be able to fully understand the simplest survey at the time. I was then focused on the more advanced speaking students, and what I didn't actually factor into it was programs they had been in prior. So they might have been in UNC for 6 hours, but they might have been in a previous ESL program in the United States for 1.5 years. So in the future, I would probably maybe want to check that out a little more and talk with the agency, maybe interviewing if it's a smaller sample size, or maybe if I had a larger group, then it would be, maybe I could factor the questions a little better and see if any previous classes were taken beforehand, because I really think that factored in a lot, because most of my answers were at a 3 or greater from all of the students I took the survey. And that's my references. Feel free to email me if you have any questions, and this will conclude my research project. Again, it was a positive correlation with a weak power due to sample size. Other than that, I do believe going to ESL programs, the immigrants do get a sense of community and a sense of belonging once they keep attending over hours, and I could see it visually, not just through a survey. Thanks. Good luck with all your other projects.